and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Wait, set, wide, 80!
Ready, switch!
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, orbit!
Go, baby, return up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike 18.
72.
Now Brady. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Mike 18.
From the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First down, Jaguars.
Watch it.
Set,
No chance. Hey, alert 3.
no, 66.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Wait, set, wait, 20! Check it, reload!
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
5.
Mike 18. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Opposite. 11.
Mike 5-9.
Protein spill.
Watch the run. Check 50.
Hey, Haywood. 5-8. Check 50.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
59 Mike. Check. 56. Bullet high. Smoke. Kill.
To throw, it's Breeze. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Kill.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Sammy. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 59.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
21.
Breeze now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check. Hey. 44. Mike, 44. 80 weapon. 13. Hey, seam 6. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now Breeze, maybe a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
I'm coming after you.
Watch the safety creep. 12, 12, 12.
They run with Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. 53. Linda.
To the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Hey, we go Mike 20. Mike 20. Mike 20.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Mike 20. Don't stand it.
From the 29, Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Everyone, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go. Gold 50. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm coming. Hey, Alabama, Alabama.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Wait, 20! 72!
Situation, let's go. Mike 18, Mike 18. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, goal 66.
Watch 18. 18's the mark.
Go.
Mike 18, Mike 18.
Alpha.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Check, 59.
Hey, kill.
Check 4.
Here we go, 47.
Now it's the backup Prescott. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Yo. Kill. It's 47. 44's Mike. Check.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
44, Mike, 44. Oh, here we go. Hey, weapon. No. Off. Here we go, 46. Oh, try. 26.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he fires one, but incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On first down, Brady looking long for Westbrook. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, 66. 18, Mike, 18. Hey, high 7.
Watch 18. 18's the Mike. I got it.
Mike, 18.
Grip.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
21.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 5-9.
59.
I'm trying to collect.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8. Come on. You're good. You're good. 5-4. Ready. Get wide. 11.
On first down, Breeze. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Hines. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Cut. Kill. Easy. Opposite.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
He's coming, double up. Mike 36. Mike 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
This is Hines. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Here we go, kill. Here we go, going to 54, right here. Check hot route. Hot. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over them. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Watch 18. 18's the mic. All day, every day.
Operating from the gun. Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
Ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They run again with Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's get it. Ready.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Watch 36. You kill. 65. Hey, Echo. 65.
To throw is Breeze. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Hey, check it.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out, and I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They go again with Muhammad. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. gun. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll try the left side. Hines, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, yellow waiting. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ready, 95, 56. Come on, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
On 9. Mine's 59. And here we go. Watch the pass. Ready,
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, kill. 47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Brady now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got nothing. Tighten up, tighten up. 47. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Check it. Mike 20. Watch the twist. Mike 20. Ozzy. But he hits.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he completes it to Westbrook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, Orbit. Mike 20.
To throw is Brady. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Watch the curl. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, 66.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's checking crap. 450.
On 2nd down now. It's White, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. They listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, Haywood. There go Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey.
To throw again, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Colts, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so high. You let all the sun rage went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show, but can you rock it like rocket? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. 8-star quizzes, 8-month final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. To the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.